Hello, lads, ladettes, and lassies. Welcome back for a new Kill la Kill. Last week, is the camera crooked? I cannot tell. I'm so sorry. I'm looking at the camera. It's like, it looks fine in here. Give me a minute. Last episode, we found out who the murderer was. Allegedly. I mean, I don't know. It's like, the silhouette looked so much like Satsuki, but we've been told that it's Harume, I believe. If I wrote it down right, and if I'm pronouncing it right, I'm pretty sure it's Harume that killed her mom. Is it true? Because they re-showed the silhouette. Looks nothing like her. Nothing like her. But we haven't seen her with her hair down. But yeah, the other scissor blade has been in use. Her dad did say, if you find the person with the other scissor blade, you found my murderer. So, yeah, Ryoko's gonna go into rage mode. That was the last frame of episode, what was it, 12, 11? I think it was episode 11. That was the last frame. And yeah, I mean, a new fight. The tournament arc was interrupted. And Satsuki did say that if Ryuko beat all of her Elite Four, then she'd tell her who killed her dad. Well, I guess that doesn't matter anymore. Is Satsuki gonna join Ryuko to defeat Harume? Or is Ryuko gonna get a royal butt whooping? Because Harume, she really just used her pinky nail and undid Senagayama's thread. Like, so easily. I don't know. I don't know. This show has gotten the Gurren Lagann reaction and dash response of this. It can do anything and it will work. This show, Gurren Lagann, Gravity Falls. Like, you can't predict what they're gonna do. You can try and make a guess. Less so for Gravity Falls. Like, you really just can't. You don't know what to expect with each episode, but you can make a guess of where you think the plot's going, and then it'll just completely throw you out, like throw the rug from under you, and then you're like, well, we are here for a ride, and a ride we shall go on. But I do want to address some comments, mostly about names and my pronunciation, because, oh boy, I'm bad at this stuff. Okay, so, from Golden Thing, we're really close to the true concert, figuratively and literally. By the way, this is posted, or this comment is under episode 9, Ryuko vs. Gamaguri. Gamaguri's suit is cool AF, TBH. He have one size bigger than you. As a reminder, digital guy, Inumuta. Little girl, Jakuzure. Next, I cannot pronounce these names. Sanagayama guy will have an interesting surprise. Yeah, an interesting surprise indeed. As soon as I saw that comment, I got my notebook out, just wrote down all their names. I mean, I fixed my spelling of Gamaguri's name and Senagayama's name, but I did write down Jakuzure and Inumata. And let's get into my pronunciation, because yeah, I'm gonna need some. Yeah. So if you want advice on the Japanese names, try breaking it down into 2 to 3 letter chunks. Because Japanese has such a different way of writing, it's hard to get your head around, but a few examples. Satsuki would be Sa-su-ki. Gamaguri, Ga-ma-go-ri. This doesn't always work, but it's a good way to think about kanji. I've said it in previous reaction, not like for Kill la Kill, but if you have not seen Backstroke of the West, just watch our reaction to it. We did the full movie up on YouTube. It's well timed. But it's basically, the gimmick of it is that it's the script of Star Wars directly translated into Chinese, not Japanese, excuse me. And then the Chinese is directly translated back into English. And oh, you get some jank dialogue, and trust me, it is a wild time. But under that video, we actually got a lot of comments talking about like the Chinese language, how like different words work for different ways, how this could have happened in translation, how things could have gotten so lost. It was so interesting to me. I love different languages, especially Japanese. So getting like those breakdowns, just getting like those little like things of oh yeah, this is like, here are the little technical differences between Japanese and English, or like even Chinese and English. But I think for my problem, like, yeah, my problem definitely is pronunciation. Like, I look at these names and I go, best shot, go now. But I'm also a very forgetful person. I forget things. I forget names in English all the time. So, especially when it's a longer Japanese name, I have no idea. Like, it's completely unique for me. Like, it's not like, oh, your name's like Mike, or your name's Mikey. All right, that's close to Mike. It's like, what am I gonna? I don't know anyone that's close to Gamaguri. And yes, my pronunciation is horrible. I'm very sorry. But the more I hear it, the more I will be able to, like, adjust my speech patterns to what I'm hearing. Like, I've been watching My Hero Academia for, like, 4 or 5 years. When did that show come out? I think I've got a pretty basic, like, handle on pronunciation of everyone's name, or a majority of characters' names. But so, hopefully by the end of this, I know it's only one season, but hopefully by the end of this season, I'm not completely butchering everyone's names. I think I got Ryuko and Satsuki's names pretty good, especially from what I'm hearing in the dub. Gamaguri is a give or take, and Senagayama is a give or take, depending on if I'm reading it or if I'm just trying to remember it. But yeah, those were the two comments that like really like stood out to me. I wanted to acknowledge from the last episode, or the episode 9, which is the most recent one that came up as of recording this one. And enough dilly-dallying. Let us just get right into this reaction, because I want to see Ryuko in rage mode. I want to see her in rage mode. Something. I was gonna say at the end of the episode, like, something big's gonna go down. I think I even said that while the credits were rolling. Excuse me. But something did just go down indeed, with Satsuki having like adjusted the Goku uniforms. I thought she was readjusting them to like defeat Ryuko, but no, Satsuki readjusted them to make them perfect enough to maybe perhaps go up against Harume, or whatever her mom is doing. It doesn't seem like she has the best relationship with her mom. So maybe Satsuki's trying to like grow her own empire. I mean, obviously, like, she had a line back a few episodes ago. Do I write it down? She's okay. Yeah, she stands against the world. She stands against the world and everything that it stands for, and she's building. She made her academy to start building her army to take over the world and do it in her own image. And those Goku uniforms, they seem already powerful enough. Like, does every other school have someone that's like Satsuki, someone that is a life fiber wielder? What do they call their jackets? What is Senketsu? Dang it, I forgot the term that they use in the show. Does everyone have like a Senketsu? Dang, it's like on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna remember it as soon as I stop recording. Does everybody have like a Senketsu user? And like that's why they've kind of been like holding back on the whole like, okay, we're not gonna go full on Goku uniform yet. Or is Satsuki's like a perfectionist? Like, okay, we're just gonna until they're perfect, we won't make her move. Or maybe her mom is protecting some of these schools. Like, so interesting. What is like a show with such a silly premise? You know, this is a fan service premise, right? It's like clothing takes over you. You wear so little of it. All like so much. Like every shot when they're fighting could be considered a fan service shot, but it's so much more than that. It's such a interesting plot that we have going on. Like the development that's happening here. When all I knew when I went into Kill Kill was the premise. Or not even the premise. It was like fan service, barely wearing clothes when fighting, hee. And you all lads recommended that I go into this after Gurren Lagann. I'm so glad that I did, because this is ramping up. Like, something big is going down. and I'm so excited to see how it goes down, because again, this is like one of the shows, like you just don't know what's gonna happen. Like Ryuko turning into a monster, Senket's wearing her, like the way they her no, it's like oil. I almost said it. Dang it. Her. Oh shit! Did I write it down in my notes? What is Senket's? It's gonna bother me. By the time you lads tell me like what it's called, I'm already gonna have figured it out, because I'm gonna be watching the next episode right after. These are my Darling the Franxx notes. Life fibers. Kamui. Man. Like, the Kamui was wearing her, she turned into a monster. Deformed her body. No wonder why, Nudist Beach is so afraid of the Kamuis and all that, like what the clothing can entail. It's like, Jesus. When we saw Trigger, when he fought Ryuko a while back, he took on, well, I mean, I was gonna say he took on a ton of students, but is that really like an achievement to say with the school? How many students died this arc? Not even the arc of this episode. How many students have died? I love seeing in the background just like the gags of like a student just on the floor, crushed or something. It's so funny. I don't know why, but like, yeah, like Jesus, Ryuko was unstoppable. Man, I really would have loved to have seen Satsuki and Ryuko finish out their fight, but Mako, man, what a character! What a character to have in this show. It's like comic relief, super over the top, also incredibly deep. The friendship that she built with Ryuko, like, it's so wholesome. I feel like she's a character, Mako. I feel like she's a character that you can give or take. I feel like some people would love her, some people would hate her, but from what I've seen in the comments below, a lot of people love Mako, and I love her too. I'm glad she's getting all this love. But, when she was going like, you're not thinking straight, you're acting rash, just like me with the, when I was, like, with our fight club, and like the flashbacks. Man. Well, like, you told me, like, you wanted to find out what happened to your dad, why, and all that. I said it before, I'll say it again, I love their friendship. It's so wholesome. But yeah, did I even finish my thought on Trigger? I think I did, but yeah, it's interesting seeing him back. I mean, they didn't use the bullet, so it can come back. I just wonder who they'll use it on. I think it's gonna end up being against Satsuki's mom. Because it's Chekhov's bullet at this point. It'll depower, or it'll act as a starch. So I'm gonna assume it'll depower a Kamui. You hear it pronounced again. I'm assuming it'll depower one, which will leave the user defenseless or super powerless. Because I'm fairly certain Satsuki's mom would be she'd be less than defenseless without her Kamui. Because I mean, just look at Satsuki. She took on like an army of middle schoolers as a middle schooler. Like, just like she's not and she didn't even have a Kamui back then. The Elite Four, I'm interested to see if they're going to get any changes to their suits, like any design changes. I doubt it, because we saw Senegayama's suit get destroyed multiple times, and it's still the same design. Maybe a different color, maybe a different shade of green, but it's still the same design. But yeah, the Elite Four, they're going to be better than ever. They're coming back. It's been a few days. Ryoko's gotten a little bit of rest. Satsuki's gonna take over the world. Harume, I'm interested to see, because Satsuki told her that she's banned from school, so stay away or else. And Harume didn't really take that threat seriously. She's like, yeah, right. Like, I want to see what else is going on here. So I'm very interested to see if like Harume is gonna make this growing gap between Satsuki and her mom, because it doesn't even seem like they're working together at this point. It seems like they're two different agents. Or are Satsuki and Ryuko gonna have to team up together to fight Harume, and that's what's gonna get Satsuki's mom's attention. Like Satsuki's mom, like, ah, no, you can take over all the schools in this district, whatever. Yeah. But like once you started attacking my I cannot pronounce what because I think I butchered the spelling of it, so I can't really pronounce Gran. God, I can't even pronounce what I wrote. But like she might be like, oh no, you can take the schools, but you mess with my generals. That's when I come in. So I'm interested to see, because they've been teasing Satsuki's mom as a big force. She's got that awesome theme every time she's on screen. So, oh man, something big is gonna happen. Something big is gonna happen. The thing is, I feel like a big thing did happen this episode, but something even bigger is gonna happen. Harumi got away, so Ryuko doesn't have justice for her dad quite yet. She needs to. I don't know what she's gonna. I don't know what she's planning to do with Harumi. I don't know if she wants, or if she's gonna try and kill her. She's gonna try and bring her in, but oh, so many angles this show can go. So many angles this show can go. If you want to see my reaction to that, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So I'll be back next week for more Kill la Kill every Wednesday. If you want to see more of my reactions while you wait, you can check out the Darling in the Franxx reactions that I those are also solo reactions. Gurren Lagann, which are also solo reactions. And if you want to see me and Micaiah go through some anime, My Hero Academia. I had already seen it. Micaiah never has, so I'm taking him through it. It's such a good time. I cannot wait for you lads to see. Like right now, season 2 is almost finished on the channel, but I cannot wait for you guys to see like our season 3 and 4 reactions, because we're pre-recording like crazy because we just can't stop binging that show. But my Attack on Titan reactions, I did season 4 solo. Gravity Falls, I talked about that in the beginning. Anthony, Micaiah, and I are all going through that. Same with Avatar. Yeah, so much on this channel. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next week for more lads.